Hello, hello. I hope I find everyone very, very well today. Before we get started, let's go ahead and get the usual out of the way. Remember, guys, this is a general reading, so please take what resonates and leave what doesn't. The energies here can either be coming directly from you, happening to you, or they can concern or regard a person that is involved within your situation. If you'd like to book a private reading, go ahead and visit www.intuitiveperceptions.com to book your reading today. Okay, let's go ahead and pray over the decks and let's get started. Beloved God, I open all channels of light, north, south, east, and west. Guardian angels of the four directions, high councils who serve the law of one, holy pure ones, please anchor this space now in your divine consecration to provide Gemini with the clarity and direction as to which he or she seeks. And please grant me, the reader, the objectivity to read the cards and relay every single message as they're meant and or intended to be. Okay, Gemini, we're coming into the reading with the Nine of Wands here for you. All right, Gemini, so in terms of traditional tarot, we have the Ace of Pentacles here reversed, the Empress reversed, the Hermit reversed, Queen of Swords, and the Nine of Wands. And the rune over the Hermit reversed, that stands for Journey. I haven't seen these end cards here. So they're sort of like your advice cards. So from what I see so far, you could be dealing with another air sign, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising, or that could be in your chart. You could be maybe possibly dealing with a Virgo, and maybe possibly an Aries. Sun, Moon, or Rising, and that can also be in your chart as well. All right, Gemini. So for February, what I'm seeing here, or what I'm picking up here, is there's change coming, Gemini. It's abound. It's inevitable. But I don't feel like it's negative, Gemini. There's change that is being presented, and it's very, very pivotal to the growth of your soul, Gemini. And I can also see here that there is somewhat of a lack of, or yet I should say, there's a dereliction of not wanting to go within, Gemini. Not wanting to revisit those areas of your life that have really shaken you up in your past, that have really hurt you, that are very deeply rooted within you, Gemini. And I'm not castigating you for this, of course not. But I'm really just picking up that you almost don't really know how. Yeah, I'm really picking that up here. That you really are having trouble maybe on where to start. Where do we really look? How do we begin to look within? How do we begin to recognize those areas that need to be revisited? And also I'm seeing here too that the resources possibly, or the outlets, or the circumstances that were available to you in the past in terms of maybe, or maybe they served as distractions from going within. are no longer available, Gemini. But don't look at these people, places, or things as being somewhat like you're being punished or something, or you're losing him, or you're losing them, it, as if they're being snatched from you, as if you did something wrong. Because I really don't feel like that's really what it is here. They are no longer available to you now, Gemini, because I really feel that they kind of really no longer serve you. The time has come to really visit them. The time has come to really unravel them and to unfold them and to really take a look at them. When I say them, meaning these deep-rooted, seated issues or circumstances or wounds that are within you. And you're seeing now, Gemini, that or you're slowly starting to realize that maybe there is a major stagnancy within your life. And I don't really see here, I'm not picking up any kind of stagnancy. Because usually when we refer to something or something, situation, person, place, or thing that is stagnant, it's because it's a deliberate energy. Most of the time. It's chosen by free will, you know? But here, don't look at it as something that is taken from you because it's in a form of a punishment. No, no, no. I believe that if you start to think as so, Gemini, you're going to miss the entire blessing that's being presented to you here. They're no longer there for you or to or at your disposal. Because Gemini, they served a purpose at a certain point. But now, with the evolution of your soul, now with taking responsibility in terms of coping with these deep-seated wounds within you, that when these outlets were available, there wasn't any growth. And I believe that they were available to you for the time being, like I said, because they served a purpose. It was something that you needed to work up to. They were used as supplementary in terms of like supplementary outlets. But I believe that God's Spirit is asking you now to really look at them, these deep-seated circumstances and wounds within you, because now is the time for change and for growth. And now with Saturn and Capricorn, it's all about, I was almost going to say success. In the long run. But now it's all about results. It's all about looking at those areas and seeing, do they work or do they not? Does it serve a positive purpose in terms of moving forward and walking in your truth and finding your truth, you know? And Saturn will remove them. God will remove them. It's all one consciousness. They will be removed. And there's this slowing down because they're being removed. And you're looking at that as possibly maybe failure in terms of the slowing down because things aren't moving the way that they used to. And I'm really feeling like the Ace of Pentacles reversed is here because it's not so much denying an offer or not wanting to take an offer. It's more along the lines of the offer is no longer available, you know? And now it's time for you to grab the lantern, Gemini, the lantern of enlightenment, and to now seek out what needs to be done now. It's time to take care of it, Gemini, and I really feel that with the Queen of Swords here, it's now time to cut. It's time to cut it, all the crap that no longer serves you out of your life now. But there's a real sense of negligence in it because it may be hard for you to see the outcome right now. This is really such a divine blessing. And I find it really interesting as well that the Nine of Wands here, it's a card of not giving up. It's a card of sticking to your guns, listening to yourself and fighting a battle worth fighting for that provides viability. And it's interesting how he's looking at one wand here and how there's like a vine or plant matter wrapped around it because he cherishes that one wand because it was a really solid victory. And with the Empress reversed here, there are vines around her. There's plant matter, life, vitality in terms of plants around her. With the Ace of Pentacles here, there's green all around here, vines as well. It's now time, Gemini, to succeed at this and to then cherish that one wand and now to wrap life and vitality around that wand. And it's only going to happen, Gemini, if you truly believe that you deserve it and you actually cutting that which prevents that life and those vines from being available to you so you can wrap it around your wand. The Queen of Swords, Gemini, is an energy of, doesn't necessarily have to be a woman, just a type of energy the card embodies or it speaks of. The Queen of Wands, Gemini, is a card of a person, let's say, who has really suffered. A person who has really worked at finding their truth. And now she carries the sword, Gemini, the sword of truth, the sword of cutting and whacking everything that does not work, that is anything but her truth. And see how she's in white as well. Purity, you know? Yes, she's a card, or it's a card of suffering, but it's also a card of earning your righteousness. It's also a card of bearing your soul to achieve the ultimate success in terms of truth, Gemini. What's your truth, you know? And things may not be coming to fruition right now, or it may seem like it's a little bit tough to see any kind of positive or progression within maybe your life right now. But at the same time, I kind of feel that that's going to fuel you to move forward. It's going to fuel you to move forward, to see change, to see positivity and progression within your life. And it's going to be a journey, Gemini. It already is. You can do it. It's going to be hard. It's going to be painful. But do you see how she's looking up? You can really see her, but she's looking up at her sword there because she's proud, but not proud to a detriment, or not proud to no sign of arrogance. It's her looking up at her sword and being proud that she made the decisions that she made, and she doesn't regret any of the pain that she went through to achieve that truth. And I really feel like that's what's going on here, Gemini, for you this month. Let's see. Excuse me. Yep, Nine of Pentacles. You could maybe be dealing with a Virgo or have Virgo in your chart. Four of Swords reversed. Right. So, Gemini, we need to really go within, Gemini. I mean, I feel like I'm kind of beating a dead horse here, but God and Spirit's asking to really go within and to no longer hold back. No longer hold back from walking in your truth. Because when we seem to not walk in our truth, or when we seem to not understand where our truth is, or where it comes from, or what it entails, and what it is really made of, we tend to hold back a lot because we're a little bit indecisive in terms of what we want and what we need and what we require. But when we find that truth, Gemini, when we cut the crap out, you know, that's when you're going to be the Nine of Pentacles. You're going to have everything that you need for yourself and made by yourself. Once again, the green around, like the wand. It's going to take some time. But I believe that you have it in you, Gemini. Of course you do. You're an air sign. You got this. You're going to have to just believe in yourself, Gemini, and really press forward. Because you always do. Yeah. Okay, Four of Wands. Sorry, guys. And we have the Six of Cups here. Okay. So, Gemini, we need to not dwell on the past too much. Can't do that, Gemini. Because the past is gone. Even the present is the past, you know? We must look at the past and use the past as a remembrance or a reminder of what we should or should not do and how we learn our lessons. But we shouldn't stick to it. We shouldn't always go back to it. And it shouldn't be the basis of setting ourselves up for becoming discouraged and saying, I wish I had what I had. It's okay to learn from those mistakes, Gemini, but at the same time, I mean, we can't dwell on it, Gemini. Because when we dwell on it, we don't allow that truth sword to come and cut. We don't allow ourselves to move forward and achieve that stability, Gemini. That first layer of stability where we can build upon it. These are all great cards here. They're all beautiful cards, Gemini. These are not great cards in terms of their position, in a sense. It's a journey, Gemini. It's now time. You can do it. Because look what's waiting for you. It's great. It's beautiful. Once again, the green. But it's okay to be emotional about it. It's perfectly normal. Not get stuck in it, though, Gemini. Can't do that. Okay, let's go ahead and pull a Jesus card. Or cards. Let's see what's going on with that. So, Gemini, just like last month, only one card, you know? And I feel like it's kind of the same scenario here with the one card. Be not afraid, only believe. Not sure if you guys saw that. Let me zoom in a little bit more for you. There it is. Be not afraid, only believe. Mark 5:36. Yeah, Gemini. God's speaking to you, Gemini. He's pulling at your heartstrings. He's trying to assist you, Gemini. And I can see you are receptive to it. But it's going to be a journey. That's what it's going to be, Gemini. And God can pull you up from that, from the wreckage. But you have to allow Him to. You have to get out of your own way, in a sense, Gemini, you know? To really allow Him to help you and assist you and to guide you, Gemini. And I can see that you're working on it. But when we don't go within, Gemini, when we don't embody the hermit type of energy, we don't allow Him to come through, because when we do oblige the hermit type of energy, we gain that enlightenment. And when we gain the enlightenment, that's when God can come through. Because God doesn't punish. God isn't that type of spirit that He punishes and looks down and points and ridicules. And no, not at all. It's not what He does. It's not what He's about. God's about love and compassion and caring and always being there and forgiving. But Gemini, will God allow us to stand in our own way and to trip over ourselves? Absolutely. He will. And that's just through free will. He doesn't even have to even implement anything to maybe make that happen. I don't want to even say make that happen, because that sounds like it's like kind of contrived, or there's some contrivance going on, to even allow that to happen, because we do it to ourselves without His assistance. But when we believe that we truly deserve it and we truly need it and we truly strive for it, that's when He can come in and pull us from the wreckage, you know? All right, Gemini, that completes your reading. You're getting there, Gemini. You got this. But we just have to really go within, Gemini, and cut the crap out. When I say crap, I mean the old stuff that's still within us. Cut that crap out. Literally with the sword, and cut it and release it. Because you deserve it. Just have to get out of our own way, Gemini. Alrighty? Alright, Gemini, go and check out Mark 5. There would definitely be something in there for you. I know it. Alright, Gemini. Stay on the path of finding, seeking, and acquiring your truth. We'll see you next month.